throw attempts of the game.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. McCollum. Portland again missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. And, guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Gibson dishes to Mirotic. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Leonard with the steal.
Heads up interior defense there. He was ready for that entry pass.
Oh, that's blocked. The shot by Harkless, no good. Chicago leading by 4. And it's Butler missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Offensive rebound. Here's Aminu. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Oh, and the jam by Butler. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside. And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, there was sort of a snowball effect in that game too, guys. I mean, what started as a cold night for a few guys turned into a cold night for just about everybody.
Rose, he's checked in for Kirk Heinrich. Here's Rose. He has 6. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. McDermott's checked in for Mirotic. And Tony Snell subbed in for Butler. Here's Portis. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
The Bulls leading by 4. Rose kicks it to Noah. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Lillard misses.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Trailblazers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. That free throw good from Lillard. Aaron Brooks, he's checked in for the Bulls. That one misses.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And he's good on the second. Chicago leading by 10. Outside Rose. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The turnovers keep coming. They're piling up. It's been a very sloppy start to the game for them, but you know what? They're still in control, in the driver's seat right now.
They are, but they should be up by more if they could just keep a handle on the ball.
Bulls have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
The Trailblazers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Kept alive. Here's Noah. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And great cashing in hard. And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Bulls up by 9. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And the approach of that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Allen Crabbe out there with Myers-Leonard. And it's Plumlee in the center position.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Here's Crabbe. Here's Leonard. Rebound by Butler.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Plumlee, the pass to Crab. The three from McCollum. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Yeah, it certainly paid off. I mean, free throws and foul trouble for your opponents. Come on now. That's a winning recipe all day long.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Chicago calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Bulls making a switch here. Heinrich's checked in. The Bulls leading by 8. For the three. And he gets the bucket. Heinrich's got his first 3 points of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And he gets the bucket.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
It's stolen by Aminu. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. The layup missed.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Mirotic. For three, Heinrich. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Fires for 3. But they get it back. Another shot. And it's good on the layup. And now it's a 9-point Chicago lead.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Gibson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And a big...
Let's take them back.
Yeah, 94.
as the preacher takes the pulpit. Fix